Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video, we'll talk about one of the most asked questions about creating lenses. That is how to change the background and how to make sure that whatever effects you're adding are still visible after removing the background. Because if you have tried doing it, you might have noticed that whatever effects or objects you're adding don't show up once you add segmentation to it. So let's go into Lens Studio. I'll show you the whole process of how you can create a segmentation lens. So now we are in Lens Studio. The first thing I'm going to do is add two screen images. I'll copy it, just hit Ctrl D, duplicates whatever is selected. You have two. Let me rename this to FG, that is foreground, and BG, that is background. Let me change this to user so there is no confusion. So this is the background that will be adding, and this is the user that will be adding in front of it. Okay, let me import an image. That is going to be the background. Go to the background and drag this into the texture. I'll change it to fill so it fills the whole screen. Now it's time to add the user. What I'm going to do is go into the user, and instead of adding texture here, I'm going to go into material, bring in unlit material and add it here. Change it to normal mode, go into unlit material, base texture, opacity texture. These are the two things we need. Because the screen image does not have the opacity texture by default, we add an unlit material so we can add an opacity texture. We go into resources, texture, segmentation, portrait background. That is what we need. Go to user, add opacity texture, take device camera texture and add it to texture. Okay, you see that it is inverted. So what we do, you go into portrait background and hit invert mask. You can also change other settings like feathering. For now we'll have it at 4.4. so there, that is our basic segmentation. But now comes the main problem that a lot of people face. Now if I go under camera and let's say I add a face mesh, see, although I've added the face mesh, it's not visible in the preview. Why is that? Whatever you have added is not visible because it is behind what is on screen at the moment. What I mean is it is literally behind what is on screen at the moment. If you go into scene config, that is next to resources here, open it, you will see camera and orthographic camera. You will see that it is rendering the camera first and then the orthographic camera. What we need to do is just drag the orthographic camera here and there. It's done. So now it is rendering the segmentation first and then it is adding the effects instead of adding the effects and then rendering the segmentation. That is the simple thing. The order in which things happen is very important in Lens Studio. For example, here you will see user is at the bottom, but here user is shown in front. So whatever is on top is behind and whatever is at the bottom is in front. That is the basic logic behind all the rendering in Lens Studio. So now that we have done that, we can see that face mesh is visible. So now you know how to use segmentation in your effects and how to make sure that whatever elements you are using in your effect are visible. A lot of people message me asking how to fix this in their lenses and how to do this in their lenses. So I hope this was helpful. That is it for now. I'll see you in the next one.